Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my co-host over here, the Greeze. Say hello, Greeze.
What's up, everybody? I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. I like vacuuming because I like to see accomplishments quick. Those are just
Is that your online dating profile?
That's two things that I'm
just drinking this Penelope Architect.
I don't know if I'm good at it.
Good at vacuuming? You miss spots?
No, I'm pretty good at vacuuming.
There's nothing more satisfying than hearing the little crackle when you go over the carpet.
No, that's when you have like beads or something in the
I don't know, just some sort of... I have children that play outside. There is so much sand in my house. Yeah, it pretty much is beads.
I mean,
we got gravel everywhere, buddy.
I've got an extra kid, and it's not that. Unless they bring in kinetic sand, which is the worst thing on the planet.
We have... I have a boy, though. And while girls are mischievous, boys are pretty gross. It's gross. Like, Daddy, look, I'm covered in crap. Not literal crap, like dirt, stuff from outside. Henry, did you just lick the sand? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. No, dadgummit. All right. What's going on, man? It's been a week since we recorded last.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording again. It's kind of like, the Weather Channel, like local on the 8s?
Yeah.
You know about that? We're like the... whiskey on the Mondays.
We would be on the 8s in Eastern time.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
But not every 8. Just one specific weekly 8.
Mondays at 8.
Yeah.
All right. That's great.
Now that we've settled that.
Now that we've had our personal conversation.
Yeah. How are you all?
That we're trying to figure out.
I'm doing well. Yeah. What was that? Is that the sound your vacuum makes?
No, that's my get up music.
Oh. You wake up to that?
No, that's how I go from like a 9 to an 11.
I've never seen you do that before. Are you always already?
I try to whisper it so nobody understands that I'm about to go off the rails.
Okay. Hey, did you get some work done?
Yeah.
I could tell. You got a little bit more in there.
Look at that. That forehead ain't moving, baby. For those that are listening, I just raised my eyebrows, and you couldn't tell.
That's questionable. Whether or not you raised your eyebrows, they're already pretty raised. Yeah. Woohoo! Like an anime character.
Y'all need to check YouTube because that's visual.
Or never.
Or just don't.
Yeah, if you don't want to see it, then that's where you don't go.
Right.
YouTube.com/the podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
All right. What's going on?
Well, I have a news story.
Normally, I'm the one that does the news story.
I know. Well, I found one today.
Did you read? You read and found
well, I will be honest with you. The headline stopped me.
Okay. Get in your tracks.
I need to dive in. Fascinating story.
Okay, let's hear it.
Like probably, I would say... Where is this based out of? This is definitely the big in St. Louis. This is definitely the biggest news that has ever come out of St. Louis.
Ever? I don't know.
Ever. We're talking about don't even worry about natural disasters, famine. This is pretty intense. It says Bourbon Man hospitalized after hitting deer with motorcycle. So there's a lot to unpack.
Okay, wait a second. Bourbon.
Yeah, he's a bourbon man.
This is about
he likes bourbon.
No, that's not what that means.
He's hospital.
So dumb.
He drank bourbon and hit a deer with a motorcycle.
I'm pretty sure that's not what that means.
All right, well, let me just keep reading. Let me keep reading, and then
all right.
You can tell me. A bourbon man was hospitalized after a Sunday morning motorcycle crash in Crawford County. All right, panning out towards my theory.
Okay.
According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol crash report at 10:40 a.m.
Wait, okay.
That's for Bourbon Man. I guess if your name's Bourbon Man, if your name's Bourbon Man,
it's not like Florida Man. That's not a thing. It's not like Florida Man hits deer. Bourbon Man. It's not a man that enjoys bourbon. He's from either a town and or county named Bourbon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Mark Openlander, 67, struck a deer while riding eastbound on Highway North 2 miles south of bourbon.
Right. There you go.
Well,
So
that's
if you
still
had a
not
red-
super. That's still not super clear.
Okay. It doesn't. First of all, there's never been a headline that was referring to an enjoyer of bourbon that just said Bourbon Man hits a deer. Like, that's not a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's local. You found a local news report about a place called Bourbon and thought that was sufficient.
I get news sent to me about bourbon.
That's not about that's not about the drink. It's not about whiskey.
It could be. It's not
Does it say
100%
anything about
conclusive.
him being intoxicated or anything like that?
Well, it doesn't. Well, hang on. Openlander was ejected from the 2008 Kawasaki Vulcan 1500 he was riding.
This is terrible. This is not a happy story at all.
No, not at all.
It says nothing about him imbibing bourbon, drinking.
It says Bourbon Man.
Oh my gosh. All right. So that's why the whiskey news stopped abruptly.
I don't know. That'd be a pretty good one.
He was coming forward with stories about Bourbon Man that was not to do with...
That should be a continued segment on our news. Like when we do the news again,
yeah,
we have one every time segment about Bourbon Man.
Fight breaks out on Bourbon Street. About whiskey.
All of the whiskey
Actually,
leaked out of the barrels onto the street, and it was just a mad dash to lick it up.
Oh. Lick it up.
Is that a song?
Kiss. Yeah.
That checks out. Their
Yeah.
tongues are huge.
Well,
How did they get their
huge.
Did they clip the thing underneath their tongue?
No. Gene
people
Simmons
do that.
just has a monster tongue. Big old tongue. Biggest tongue you ever seen.
Yeah, he does.
I had dinner with Gene Simmons.
You did.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about that real quick? Is there a whiskey tie-in to it?
I drank quite a bit of whiskey that weekend.
Okay.
I was drinking an old fashioned at the time.
When you saw him?
Yeah, it was at an event. We went out to hang out with him at the Rio Casino and Hotel.
Yeah.
And it was
Not Penelope Rio.
No,
Different.
no. Penelope Rio, probably better.
Yeah.
Probably better than that.
You're probably right.
Yeah, it was like an event. Our buddy Logan is a huge Kiss fan, and it was like this go have dinner with Gene Simmons. So he sat at our table for like 15 minutes, talked about the bread. He offered me a bite of his chicken pasta, and I was like, good.
Yeah, because you don't know what that dude's rolling with.
You want to try this? I'm good. I have a steak.
You want to try this, Will?
So it was interesting.
What if that's the way he relates to like fans?
Eat my food.
You want to try this? With different things that he's wanting you to try. Historically.
So,
hey, baby, you want to try this?
It is so hot outside here.
It's so hot. Do you want to talk about some pool pours?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm like, what are you doing currently to beat the heat and still stay a bourbon man? Because I went out on the river yesterday, and I was going to do one of those whiskey bugger things where I was going to fish some and then do a review on the river.
Like, it's too hot.
I was like, I didn't even set up a GoPro. I was so miserably hot.
Okay, so even on the river, like...
Yeah, it was just hot. There was no breeze. It was muggy. I had a good time.
Did you go in the shade?
I would try to go and get under shade trees, but then there's like...
Get off your spot.
I'm like, I'm by here in the shade, and there's a snake slithering through the branch right next to me. I'm going to move away from this shade.
Yeah, because they can get in your raft.
Yeah, it's called a kayak, but yeah.
Well,
your raft. Well, there was like these four ladies tubing. First of all, tubing, I get. In the Harpeth River, I don't know if I would do such a thing.
Well, you know what they do.
What do they do?
They go up and put in, and then they wade all the way down to Ladd Park, where there's a thing you can get in and out of the river right there, and then they're home. Then they're home.
That's upstream. Ladd Park is upriver.
Then maybe they put Ladd.
Maybe they started at Ladd Park, but that would be good if it were at the end.
I just know that's a thing.
Tubing?
Ladd Park.
Oh yeah, no, I go fishing at that put in quite a bit because it's really close to my house, and it's not typically for fishing. Not typically very busy. Like it's a decent spot, but now a lot of other people are starting to go there too. All that to say, there were four ladies and a baby. They had a bassinet thing in a tube and a baby.
No. How old?
Months.
No.
Real young baby.
No.
Yeah. And I'm like, that one of these daggum snakes are going to drop down and I'm going to hear shrieks of terror. I didn't, but the baby was not happy. It was so hot. The baby was not pleased that they were floating down the river.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not pleased that the mom did that.
Well,
or was it a dad?
It was 4 moms. I don't know if they were all the baby's mom. I haven't figured out if that works yet, but they were all together. So
no judgment here.
Yeah. If you're a baby and you got 4 moms, good on you. You're going to be squeaky clean. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And fed.
Yeah, I'm probably fed pretty well.
My mom's a decent cook.
Maybe fed to an alligator. I don't know.
Bourbon Man.
Bourbon Man.
Bourbon Man found in an alligator.
So
Lord only knows what happened before that. Oh, hell, I'm going to go try to pet that alligator. Yeah.
Arm gone. I don't know.
Arm gone.
But it was, like I said, it was so hot that like nothing, the concept of whiskey just seemed
unapproachable.
Horrible. Right.
Do you have access to ice or no?
In my life? Like in general, I have a freezer.
Well, no, in this situation, like, what do you want? What?
I had a Montucky cold snack.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, do you want me to tell you, like, a whiskey that I would suggest on ice?
I'm just saying, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
What I would do?
Yeah. Old fashioned in a tumbler.
Eagle Rare if I've got the stock of it.
Okay. You drinking it neat in the heat?
I would like to put it on ice.
Yeah, I think I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
See, I'd bump it up and say Wild Turkey.
Because Eagle Rare still with a good ice cube that's not fridge ice.
Yeah.
Is very tasty.
I have like a Yeti, like a little, almost like old fashioned glass size. It's like a small coffee cup, maybe. It's not like a tall tumbler. And I'll mix like a decent double old fashioned in that.
Mm-hmm.
Go outside with it.
You go
load it with ice.
Do you fish with it?
Haven't yet. It's on the agenda.
Well, just make sure you do it on the front so you got a few hours just to mellow.
Yeah. Always.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Now, with this heat, you'll sweat it out so fast or you'll pass out. One of the two.
Can you sweat alcohol or is it just additionally water that you need?
I'm still trying to figure out if those 4 ladies were that baby's mom. How do I know about?
There was one time I saw Will the next morning after he had a party or something. And I came in, I was like, whoa, whoa, buddy. What aftershave are you wearing?
Edu Bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe you're just like, my entire insides are soaked in whiskey right now.
What was that? I don't even remember when
I don't remember it.
It was a thing. It was about 7 or 8 years ago.
It was.
It was a long time
back.
I know the morning. It was aggressive.
Yeah. If I had to pick something kind of like more available on the shelf, lower proof, I would go with a Jack Daniel's single barrel 94 proof.
Okay. And then throw it on ice?
Yeah.
I think we need to normalize ice in the summer. You know what I mean? I think we need to normalize it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
we've said no to ice for way too long.
And if you're at night and you're trying to like nose it and everything, but if you want to drink some whiskey outside in this heat,
when you're grilling,
exactly. Let's normalize it. Let's not be ashamed of it.
Right.
Let's normalize that.
Let's rip the norms off the planet.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of them, send them to the moon, let Elon deal with them.
Out of here.
Gone.
Bye, norms. Bye, norms.
In fact, I wouldn't be opposed if the Biden administration installed ice depots in neighborhoods, in every neighborhood.
Why are you trying to federalize it?
I just need easy access.
Well, I know, but why is the federal government? Why can't you just like petition city council or something?
Equal opportunity.
Yeah, but in our city.
Yeah, but what if you're in Murfreesboro?
I don't care for them.
Or Nashville.
Preston. He can fend for himself.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah.
He definitely does not like ice. You can tell.
Yeah,
He's one of those guys that goes to Chick-fil-A and can I get half unsweet, half lemonade, no ice?
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of, and this would be a great, maybe add some whiskey too. They got a watermelon drink at Chick-fil-A right now.
What is it?
It's like watermelon mint something.
Okay.
Maybe it has a little tea in it.
Like a fruity.
All I know is I want to put some whiskey in that real bad.
Real bad?
Yeah. I don't know if it'd be good or not.
What's that?
I should have gotten it on the way over here. There's a Chick-fil-A.
What's that lower proof stuff?
Vodka.
No. That
80 proof, clear.
like Chambord or something like that.
Chambord is a liqueur.
Chambord, yeah. That I had some the other day.
I think it's like raspberry.
At Elixir.
I think Chambord is raspberry.
This has like this kind of has like some cherry stuff in it.
I think it may be raspberry.
It was on the back of the bottle. I should have taken a picture of the bottle.
It's like a
someone
orb.
Someone
like
locally here who is contracted out by Corsair to help with their distilling. He's making it. And I tried it the other day and I was like, we have to put this in substitute of simple syrup. You put that in your old fashioned. Let me go ahead and tell you something. Freaking solid.
Yeah, it's raspberry. I nailed it. I know my liqueurs.
Well, that's the brand, isn't it?
Chambord?
Yeah.
Right. Chambord is a raspberry liqueur.
Well, this is like it.
Well, if it's like it, it's going to be the same thing.
It's called Chambord.
Well, no, I'm just saying if
I didn't see raspberry.
Well, I'm saying if it's supposed to be a different version of Chambord, then it would also be raspberry because there's cherry liqueur. Like if it were cherry, it would be, oh, this is like maraschino liqueur instead of like Chambord. Like I have a feeling they were specifically targeting that because it's the same.
Well, maybe
concept.
it's a raspberry base with some flutter of cherry.
I just don't know if you know enough difference in the red dark fruit, like cherry and raspberry.
Oh, raspberry's tart.
Not blue raspberry. Go get you a blue raspberry Slurpee and tell me that's tart.
Oh, I can pick out blue raspberry in 2 seconds.
Right. Not tart, though.
I can pick out cherry.
Apparently not. Apparently you think cherry and raspberry are the same, kind of like how you think oak and grape is the same thing.
Dude, Eric Smith on his video on Eagle Rare, he's like, man, I'm just getting grape. That's the only note I'm getting. It's just grape. Yeah. Golly, this is grape.
Yeah.
And then he put it on a chocolate cake, as you do.
That's what he does.
Pour over.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So do you want me to find any more news stories? Because I feel like I'm in a zone.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm really coming in for a landing on my...
I'll let you try it one more time.
One more time?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it now or do you want me to...
Like, do you have another one ready to go? Because it sounds like you're kind of trying to get me to, like, ask for one right now.
No, I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
I got to look them up. Because they have to be real stories about bourbon.
Unlike your first one.
Well, I thought it was.
All right.
Do you want to see if Architect
anything?
pumps?
Yeah. Where are them chips?
There's one in here already.
No, you can't reuse a chip that's been in there for 3 months. I guarantee you it's moldy.
It's not. Look at that thing. It's dried out too. Might as well be a bullseye.
All right, let's try it. Does Penelope Architect pump?
Yeah, does it pump?
We
know it pumps because we pump it, but is it good?
We did a video of these coasters that were supposed to do mythology to your whiskey.
We never released that, did we?
No, we didn't.
Where does it live?
I do not know.
Great.
I have the audio of it.
All right, we need a little control sample.
I've got a control in my hand. Should have been a cowboy.
Golly, I can't wait for this.
Should have learned to rope and ride.
We just do a little twist for those that are watching.
Have you ever pumped it? Do you know how to pump it?
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Wait, lift it up so people can see.
Oh yeah.
Do 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 do. Pump. Will it pump? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's some flecks of something coming out of there because it has not been washed. It's very satisfying. So, what's this thing called again?
It helps your
The pumper. Because I bought it like a year or so ago. If you're new to the channel, this is called the whiskey pump. It looks like a submersible. I was going to say something like going down to see the Titanic, but that's too soon.
You lose like bright fruit on it, on the nose.
Ooh, it almost has more alcohol.
Big bright fruit.
This one has more vanilla. On the non-pumped has more vanilla. It's more in your face, the pumped version.
Do you have it back?
No, because this one has some spilled on it. This is what you pumped into, the crane glass.
Yeah, so this is the pumped one. This is the not pumped one.
I don't know. I didn't hold your glasses for you. Non-pumped.
That's got some.
To me. It's got some cherry.
Like
maybe
how do you
maybe a touch of Chambord?
Oh, I like Chambord.
People do like a dollop of Chambord in their champagne.
The palate is gone, in my opinion. Goes straight to the finish. Hits me right here. It strips way too much.
But yeah, it's still not bad though. But
no,
it definitely changed it.
But it takes it to a regular Penelope from Architect.
Yeah, it's almost like what it did. It's almost like it took the finishing off.
Right.
The French oak.
I will say this for those that are watching. Sometimes this thing helps.
And by this thing, he means the pump.
The pump.
Whiskey pump.
It will not pump. The original version, better.
What if I do a little bit more in there? So it's like you strip some of the French oak away.
Yeah.
Marry it with the regular. See if it just backs off a touch.
I don't like the pump. I don't like the pump.
Yeah.
I don't like the pump.
I like it. I liked it. That middle, that blend, half pump.
It was fine. It didn't really. Just straight Architect
is so good.
The palate's great. The finish is there. The oakiness is there. The pump version, it just feels like you strip too much character out of it. It just doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, no, I agree. I tend to agree with you on that one.
The vanilla, I actually got more vanilla on the pumped version.
That's why I said...
you did say that?
I think, no. It's hard to recall.
It's hard to recall.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because it was way less floral.
Yeah.
Dummied down a little bit, and so you kind of get that elegance of the vanilla. In the glass. In the nose.
That little like diagram on the back.
Yeah.
I can't read that.
Yeah, so vanilla, fruit on the nose, very high fruit on the nose, fruit on the palate.
No, but what's the difference in the dotted line and the non-dotted?
I don't know.
That's what I mean. I can't read that graph.
Oh, build number 1 and then the control.
Oh, so the solid line.
And look what it did. It just expanded. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but on the back, so this little dotted line in the middle is the control.
So I guess that's the unfinished whiskey, maybe?
Yes. And then finished, you're adding no more nose notes, but you're adding oak perception on nose big time. Vanilla a little bit, spicy. Oh, sorry, vanilla a good bit, spicy a little bit, toasted big time. Fruit on the palate is kind of consistent with the base and the I'm going to say build number one. Structure, I don't even know what structure means, but it's more an oak integration.
More structural integrity.
Persistency.
Pardon? I guess like finish. Like the length of the finish.
Oh, it's
yeah, like it continues. It's persistent.
I didn't know it could be used like that.
It can't.
But they did.
They did it.
They did.
Hey,
Dan and Mike.
You hopped on for a few minutes, but your anniversary was during the last VBN.
Oh yeah.
And we've had within the last 2 weeks.
Which I totally knew that when we booked it.
We had we've had a town hall and a virtual bar night, and both of them were so killer. Like next level, like old school feeling, town hall and VBN.
So you went like 4 hours.
It was just shy of 4 hours on the virtual bar night. Yeah. It was awesome. The Schwartzes were on there. Chris was on there.
Did Tease make an appearance?
Tease didn't.
No.
Tease didn't get on.
I saw Dustin Pete on there.
Yeah, Dustin Pete was on there. Michael Williams was on there.
Some goats.
Craig was on there.
Mike Ives?
Yes, Mike Ives was on there. I mean, just
I love that guy.
Solid crew. We had a good time.
I like Don more.
Dawn, D-A-W-N. Yeah, no, I know. In my head, at first, you said Dawn. And because of your accent, I thought you were talking about Don Norman. I was just like, it's a weird comparison.
Don Lemon.
I'm saying Don Norman out at Fairview, our buddy.
Oh, Don Norman.
Yeah, I was just like, that's just
way
a weird.
better guy.
It's like, man, I like Don better. You're just like picking random people and comparing them.
Well, I just go to pop culture Dons. Always.
Okay.
I have a very hard time actually talking to Don Norman.
Really?
Yeah, because he only taught a celebrity.
He wants to go fishing with me.
Oh, and me.
Yeah, you could come. Maybe.
I'm going to bring my little kid fishing pole with a bobber.
You got Zebco.
I'm going to slay them. I'm going to bring
Zebco
crickets.
33.
I'm going to bring live crickets.
100%. 100% you are.
I just don't understand why people fish with not the most effective manner.
You know? You're not wrong. Like,
right.
You have a point.
Right.
But I like to make it infinitely harder.
and then you're manually doing this. Yeah. It's like, man,
stripping it in.
I'm over here just like,
I mean, you could bring it to the line to the reel and reel it in.
You could.
You can.
Yeah, but
done it.
I've never seen it.
Well, you do if you're like doing like tarpon or bonefish, stuff like that.
Yes,
like it because it just
you can't grab.
It runs.
Yeah, you don't
have to let it run, and then you slowly. I want to go. Did an impulse buy of plane tickets last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we have a pour before we do this?
I mean, I have a pour.
You need to. I don't want to tell what it is because it's awful. Huh.
What?
It says 4. I don't know. Oh, that's the one you don't want.
Yeah. You got. One day I'm just going to come in here with a trash can and throw away all these samples.
Oh, that's good. The Infinity Blend by Old Elk.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Rare character.
What's that one? Let's try that one.
Let's try that one.
Who's this one from?
Probably Adam Shelton. I wonder if that's Sim.
This could be from Sim.
It could be. I know that there's samples up here from him.
To be fair, there's samples up here from everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
16 over there.
29, 30. So there's 46 samples up here.
46 of them. And it took me a minute.
You got those 4?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about that one on the side?
I did not. 47.
So we like it's been like a busy season, of stuff, and we didn't really plan like a vacation. We've got one we're going to the beach with our kids right before kindergarten starts for my daughter,
as you do.
So we have that, but then we normally try to do something, even if it's like a staycation for our anniversary. And we just didn't get around to planning anything. And because we had to go to like a funeral and we had to do some other stuff and just didn't happen. And then last night we're like, well, let's just try to get away for like a long weekend and pick some dates out and got someone to watch the kids. We have one-way flights from Nashville to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Not one-way flights. We have round-trip flights. We have not.
I was like, what? I was like, there's not a deal yet.
We have non-stop flights.
Oh, yeah.
From here to Puerto Rico.
I've done that. It's incredible.
I've never been to Puerto Rico. And
so
we
went to this town. It's about 45 minutes outside of San Juan, whatever that big city is. San Juan. It was on the beach. It was secluded. Now we were scared.
Well, yeah.
A bunch of locals just stared at us the whole time.
Is that the one y'all had like a house?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
With a pool and hot tub and hammocks.
Yeah.
Balconies.
Right. So we got, we haven't booked where we're going to stay yet, but we bought plane tickets last night.
Right.
I was like,
you can find somewhere to stay.
Yeah. Well, and we're also like, Samantha's like, maybe I want to go to a place with a spa or something. So we may just do like one of those big resorts. There's like a Ritz resort. And there's like some other stuff.
You can.
For like 2 or 3 days. It's nothing. It's not a lot.
Oh, well, you probably had free flights.
Well, no, I paid for them.
Oh, you need to use some Southwest points.
Or maybe I wanted to get the points from the purchase.
Oh, so you can get companion.
You gotta game the system a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and you can't get duty free whiskey.
No, it's America.
Right. I learned that the hard way.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
I'm going to Puerto Rico.
Hey man, where's the duty free store?
Yeah. No, so we're excited. We're gonna do that. But that was a Corey Reeves style. Buy some plane tickets.
Man, that night was awesome.
That was a virtual bar night.
Was that for Whiskey Weekend?
Yeah. No. It was for Southern Whiskey Society.
Southern Whiskey Society.
Yep. He was on a virtual bar night, and it was after midnight for everyone, no matter what time zone you were in.
No matter what.
And Ian and Ty, I believe, were the ones that peer pressured him into buying. Maybe it wasn't Ty. Maybe it was Jason and Ian.
Oh, well, they all stayed together in an
Airbnb.
Because
Ty didn't come, though. It was another person that came.
Jason, Natalie, Corey, and Ian.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I first said Ty, but I'm like, I don't think it was Ty. But they peer pressured him into coming and into buying tickets, and he did. He did. He bought plane tickets that night.
He did.
Right there. So
and he came.
It was kind of a situation like this.
That was the first time we saw Corey in the flesh.
It was first time we saw actually a lot of people in the flesh.
Wasn't it? Including Ian Campbell? No, that was Whiskey Weekend. 100%.
Was it? Okay.
Whiskey Weekend Batch 2.
Which was before. No, Whiskey Weekend Batch 2 would have been after that Southern Whiskey Society.
Dumb.
Me?
That's stupid.
Or you?
Oh, timeline.
All right, Bourbon Man.
Bourbon Man gets arm ripped off by alligator trying to pet it. Go to bourbonman.com/
I feel like most Bourbon Man headlines would be like, Bourbon Man loses kids. It's just sad.
Oh, God.
If you're labeled Bourbon Man, not good.
And then he realizes he never came with his kids.
Oh, I meant like they're taken by the state. But you just...
I was saying he forgot about them.
He just loses track of them.
A Bourbon Man's going to lose track. He's not going to be able to find them.
I lost track of them.
I've been there.
Child Protective Service.
I've been there, and thankfully, Lauren was with me at the pool, but I was pretty toasty.
Where them kids at? They're swimming.
Baby,
They don't know how to swim.
I don't see Everly. Where's she at? She found her, though. It was great.
Awesome.
We've kept the kids alive so far.
That's
it's always a bonus. Yeah. Always a bonus. Well, dude, tell us about this pour.
We're about to go to the 15. So I went by and picked up one of these. I actually talked about it with some people on Virtual Barn Night, and Michael Williams said that Preston really likes it. So Preston wasn't on, but so this is the new Hemingway Rye. And so it's like officially licensed by the Hemingway estate, like as they do. And we'll get to it after the 15. You gonna say that thing you say? Hit the music.
Hit the music.
You fool. And we're back from the 15.
Some say we never left, Will.
Well, we didn't. I did. I went to the bathroom. If you're on YouTube, 2 truths and a lie. I went to the bathroom. I'm wearing a Whiskey Weekend shirt, and I have a microphone in front of me. Oh, wait. Those were all truths. Dadgummit. Screwed up the game.
Well, no, you didn't go to the bathroom during the 15th.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. Yeah.
Dadgummit. I did do
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you went to the bathroom when you first got here, but I don't think that was...
All right, so what we're drinking is, this is the first edition Hemingway Rye. Oh, nice and solid. It is 94% MGP 9-year-old rye.
Okay.
6% 4-year Kentucky rye.
Oh.
And then here, pour a little water in here for me. I got to wash out this glass. So it comes in a cool, very much like the Papas Pilar. It comes in a cool bottle. Like Papas Pilar looks like a canteen. It has like a screw top on top. This is...
That kind of looks like a canteen too, just more kingly.
A little bit, but then it says rye in like typewriter keys.
Right.
And it says this is Ron Call, Joel Call, and Clayton Call from the Call family library. A blend of straight rye whiskeys finished in rum-seasoned Oloroso sherry cask. So they're using Papas Pilar casks that they had sherry casks. I guarantee it. First edition, 100 proof. Let's see.
Is this so?
Oh, and then go ahead.
Is that what they say? Like call whiskey?
No.
Like when you're at a bar?
Well, this probably would be a call whiskey because you'd be saying, I want Hemingway Rye. But it's call whiskey just means you're saying, like, instead of saying, give me a rye, I'm going to give you the well, just whatever.
Right.
But if you say, give me Knob Creek Rye, you're calling your spirit.
Right.
So you're saying what you want.
Call it.
Not the same as the people's last name.
Well,
but so Ron
missed opportunity.
Call is also this smells so he is the
smell the
master blender of Papas Pilar, and he is also so Papas Pilar and the Hemingway Rye are same company. Oh, that smells phenomenal.
It does smell really good.
My favorite part of this, and it's not like it's an expensive part of it, but on the back they have like a little book jacket thing in front because, you know, Hemingway, an author, but it says from the Call family library, property of, you put your name. Then it has like a checkout slip from the library, and it says the date and who you shared it with. So it's kind of like a log of a special bottle.
What do they call that?
The book card, library card, checkout card.
The library card is what they scan.
That's what your membership card is. You know?
Right.
Anyhow,
I'm just trying to figure out.
But it says, may this bottle serve as a conduit for friends to gather, memories to be made, and stories to be passed down. That's the Hemingway. Oh no! A pun! Not a pun!
We hate puns. We hate them.
Yeah. The narrative begins with the Call family. For over 230 years and 8 generations of rich storytelling through whiskey distillation, they continue to craft the perfect pour for moments worth sharing. Let's raise a glass to Hemingway, the Call family, and to the stories that are yet to be told.
That is
Nose is great.
The nose is great.
94% 9-year rye. Mm-hmm. Makes you wonder why they needed 6% 4-year rye, because it's not like it added that much stock to it, but 4-year rye is not bad though.
How much percent?
6% 4-year rye. Not a drop of youth in that. Goodness gracious, that tastes good. Wow.
It is I would like to call it an elegant spice.
Yeah, because it's got the rye spice and the 9 years, so you get a lot of sweet oak. But then it's
there's a lot of fireworks going on in my mouth.
Finished in rum-seasoned Oloroso sherry cask. So it's a rum that was finished or stored, not necessarily finished, because rum sometimes is just aged.
I got the rum note on the nose,
cask.
but not so much on the palate.
No, you get a little bit of the sweetness, some of that, decadence of the sherry, but man, Just
there is nothing
festival of flavor.
There's nothing off-putting about this bottle.
No.
How much is it?
That may be the one thing. You may have found the one thing that's a little off-putting. What would you pay for such a beautiful bottle of mostly 9-year rye, finished in?
All right, I'll be honest. Last week I said that if I said Woodford Reserve batch proof was worth $129,
yes,
I have to say that this is also worth $129.
Okay, well, I paid $119.
Great.
Yeah, that's actually a really solid way to logically go about it.
Right.
It's pricey.
Because
I'm not going to lie, it is pricey.
I would say that this overtakes batch proof in a preference for me.
100 proof does not drink low or watered
number
down
one,
at
no,
all.
it's not rough. Flavor. It's not ethanol crazy. It is appropriately proofed. It still has a ton of character.
Yeah.
Dude, rye's just developed so great after 4, 5, 6 years.
Oh, man, I get a little bit of the rum sherry essence on the finish now after having a few sips of it. It's a fun pour.
The sherry is taking way over the rum for me.
I get that for sure. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
No. Like I said, this is a fabulous pour.
It's expensive, though.
I can't.
A lot of the money goes into the packaging. The 9-year rye they purchased wasn't cheap either because it's.
Oh, no. For sure. Now, have they been sitting on that for 4 years since there was a ton of 5-year-old stock out?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know either. But yeah, this is a really cool looking bottle. It's got that library card on the back, which is super freaking rad. The typewriter letters on the front. Like, it's just, the presentation is legit. This is a first edition.
Which also, that's a reference to like a book. Yeah. Is it? Here's the thing. Also, I'm a big like Hemingway fan. Just like the aesthetic of Ernest Hemingway. I love Ernest Hemingway books. My rum shelf has all of my Hemingway books.
Yeah.
So I like blended those together.
I used to say Hemingway a bunch. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You mocked me.
Well, no, it was during that season where I would just talk about whatever I'm looking at.
Oh, right.
Do you remember that? Be like, are you just saying things that you see?
Yeah, in my house, right.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, before the Nook. So to me, I'm like a little biased, but I also was like, I don't want it to be crappy. Like I was really concerned it was just going to be terrible.
Oh, it could, I would expect it to not be terrible. However, I could see this falling flat. Like, no character, hits your palate, it's gone. You know, that's what
I think it's unique enough to say it's a buy for me. And
the presentation, the taste, $119, I'm a buy.
There you go.
I'm a buy. And it's so stupid that we've gone from $50 being too high to $120 being in the right spot. It is. It's stupid. But I'm just saying this is a special pour. It looks very special. You've got that library card on the back, so you already are in the zone of like, I'm going to have this with special people.
It's King Tater bottle, though. This is my version of you buying the Derringer.
Really?
I mean, I got a bottle that has typewriter keys and a placard to take notes on the back.
I paid more for garbage whiskey. Like 5-year MGP bourbon that was fermented in grass.
I feel like then nothing should be a bar or a pass for you ever because of what you have bought.
I mean, I still think it's funny.
Oh, there's a lot of humor involved.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And I embrace it. It's all good.
Yeah, that's something you do.
Or don't.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So are you a buy at 119?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm definitely not displeased that I bought it either.
I'm not necessarily saying that everybody needs to buy this, But when I say buy, it means if you don't have the ability to pay $119, go find it at a bar. It's special. It's definitely special.
Yeah.
Hits your mouth. There's a wow factor. Finish is incredible. The rye is like sweet, spicy candy. Appropriately proofed. No youngness at all on this thing. The color's great. The proof, although lower than what I would expect from like a limited edition release, it's appropriately proofed at 100%.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what goes forward. So the fact that they're getting into whiskey, I mean, the Papa's Pilar line has like the blonde is pretty cheap. Like, are they going to put out a standard bottle that's
I don't want a standard
$40
bottle.
or $50 that still tastes good?
I want that one.
Okay.
It is the most okay. If you want to give somebody a special pour that doesn't like barrel proof,
yeah,
or that is like,
yeah, for
as
sure.
long as it's smooth, I'll have it. Oh man, is it smooth?
Yeah, there's not a bite.
There's no bite.
Yeah.
There's literally no bite to this. It is silky. It is oily. It is flavorful. Takes you on a daggum ride. $120 is a lot of money for a bottle of whiskey. But I think it's worth it.
This says nose, rich caramel, and brown sugar, complemented by back notes of soft rye and vanilla. Palate, ripe cherry booms through toasted oak, highlighted by creamy caramel and cinnamon. A rich, round mouthfeel bursts with fruit flavor, leading into a soft, sweet, and warm finish. A pleasant, long, lingering warmth.
Okay, so it had finished twice in a row, or did you just...
No, it says a warm finish, and then like the bold
Finish.
bullet point, finish. Enjoy a Hemingway-esque tasting. Try it neat, a.k.a. barrel-chested. On the rocks, take your palate on a Hemingway-worthy adventure when savored on ice. We're embracing ice, folks. We're embracing.
Yeah, we got to strip the norms.
I don't know if I want that diluted though on ice. So I'm gonna have to try it.
I kind of agree with that. I don't think that's an ice. You have to find a bourbon or a rye that at least retains or adds an experience with ice.
Yeah, or just completely dilutes it and you don't care because it's like
Or that.
cheap. Like mellow corn on ice.
But then, yeah.
I'll dabble.
Yeah, I don't like. No.
What if you and I
only educationally use mellow
What if
corn.
you and I go on a mellow corn kick where that's the only thing we drink around other people? People are like, what are you drinking? Just mellow corn on the rocks, baby. Really? Oh yeah. You gotta drink it on the rocks.
Bottled and Bond's about to get bought out. There's not going to be any more Bottled and Bonds.
You gotta cut through the corn, baby.
You're going
Gotta cut through that corn. You gotta blaze a trail in that cornfield. You know what I mean? You gotta cut through with some ice.
It'll soften up with some tears.
Just normalize that ice, buddy.
Normal. You're back on that.
Yes, literally. This is called going full circle.
Okay. Well, that's your third callback.
One of them will land. All right. Folks, thank you so much for watching and listening this week. We appreciate it. As always, if you want to support us and you want to be on one of those epic hours-long Zoom calls with us where we drink too much on a school night, go over to patreon.com/thepodcast and join either the town hall or virtual barn night level. We'd appreciate it. It helps keep the show going, but you not only help it keep going, but you get to have a lot of fun in the meantime.
Yeah. Blast.
Why do you laugh at that? That was a solid line.
It was, but you...
I hit a roundabout and I had to go around once.
It wasn't effectively delivered.
And take the second exit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was not effectively delivered.
Hey, go to whiskeytubenetwork.com. We're getting really close to releasing that.
Yeah.
And you can
Put your email in there.
Yeah, you can put your email in
It'll
there.
Tell
You'll
you
get
when
an
you get
update.
an update on that.
We're going to have some beta testers and all that fun stuff. So go ahead and sign up there.
What about some Delta testers?
WhiskeyTubeNetwork.com.
Alpha, beta, delta. There's no C in the Greek alphabet. They just go straight to D. That's why Greeze likes Greek alphabets.
It starts with a D.
No, it goes straight. I mean, like you go through A and B and then straight to the D.
Oh, they skip C.
That's literally what I said.
Well,
It's not a callback if you repeat what I just said. That's just repetition.
you got to be more clear.
I was very, very clear. Leave a comment below if you think I was clear. All right, folks, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We don't know Jack,
but we'll drink it.